How are you today? So there's something I want to tell you guys about, my darling queens. You see, I don't know if you have had to buy anything that is really, really expensive. Let's put a mark, say from 15 million naira and above. If you have had to purchase something of this amount, the first thing you will notice is that prices are not easily displayed. Another thing you would come to notice is that when you begin to discuss with the salespeople, the guys that actually sell these things, they are not in a hurry to tell you, oh, that's 20 million, that's 35 million. They are not in a hurry to start reading out those prices. The reason is because of something called commoditization. Now, commoditization is a process of reducing an item, a service, to a commodity. Just saying, like, okay, this is 15 naira, and you can get 7 of them, you can get different of them, you can get them at 15 naira. That's the price. So, commoditization tends to tell you that if you can, have 15 naira, you can have this item anywhere. You can get it from anywhere. Some of us do commoditize ourselves. So when you are working in a place, when you are working for yourself, you need to figure out what is it that makes me happy. And let me just put a caveat before I go further with this message. This is not for people who are hungry. This is not for people who are desperately in need, when you have to take care of children or you have to take care of a family and there's so much burden on you. So I understand that it's a bit long term what I'm about to talk about. So if you really are under financial pressure, just take this message, hold it with one hand and have it in consideration. Okay, you don't have to act on it today. But if you have gotten past that point where you have some 80,000, 100,000 that comes into your account every month, and now you are talking about you making yourself a thing of value, babes, I want you to concentrate on working on yourself so much that your value transcends commodity. Your value transcends, just something that someone can easily walk into the marketplace and pick up. So sometimes in my workplace, we try to get receptionists, we try to get cleaners, and you know what? At a particular field, we can easily walk into the marketplace and we can get any graduate at 80,000 naira. We can teach them a few basic computer skills and they can begin to work. So at that point, it's easy to get. So let me say commoditization is also a variance. It's also a variable of how easy it is to purchase your service if I have 80,000 naira. But as you begin to work, as you begin to develop yourself, as you begin to add value to yourself, you need to come to a point where you know that even though you are being paid 80,000 naira, with 80,000 naira, it is not easy for any employer, for anybody to walk into the market and get some one of your stuff. And do you know what? When you have this value laid down, when you understand and you are working towards this value and you are putting things into yourself that can deliver this value to you, it is not immediately apparent to everyone that you are actually worth more than this. So you know the next thing that happens? You have to start working so hard that this particular value starts to show. You may need to every now and then speak a little about it. You may need to every now and then discuss it with a few people who would care to listen. Okay? That's, you have to start honing your CV around those values. You have to find the words that define the values you represent. And you have to learn how to let it flow from your mouth, okay, so that you know how to present it when you are asked. And sister, the day will come when someone will ask you, what is it you represent? Why are you so special? Why should you have this rate? Why should I pay more for you? You should have a story that you should be able to tell that represents the core of who you are. It cannot just be about the money. It cannot just be that anyone who can afford this can actually go into the market and get someone like you. See, the thing about not being a commodity is that even if someone has the money, there are still so rare a group of people like you that they just cannot go get you because they have the money. I don't know if you're following this line of thought, but you have to keep asking yourself, what do I bring to the table? What extra? Because after a while, everybody brings something to the table. After a while, with the, every young girl out there has the formula to look pretty, has the formula to speak funny, has the formula to, be fair even. After a while, you have to bring more to the table. And those attributes you bring to the table should be things so rare that they cannot be commoditized. You know the difference? I can bring a pen like this and also say this one is 500 naira. And why is it 500 naira? I can say, oh, because it's Stedler. Because this is the brand. You can have it, or you can go buy the 50 naira one. And then I dedicate time and energy into honing the qualities of this pen. And I dedicate time and energy into talking about the qualities of this pen. And it's just a matter of time. There is going to be someone who needs just, the fizzy, the clout that goes with a person who has this pen. And that person is going to come